was the year of blessing in spite of COVID. Well, and Linda Muth and I like to say because of COVID, perhaps. We have been trying for years to create a resource where our produce stand, where we give all of our produce out for free. The kids decided that over 6 years ago. They didn't want to charge anybody or even ask for gifts. Well, we've been trying to get other gardeners and farmers to perhaps give us just their leftovers, just whatever they have left for us. And for years, they pretty much didn't really respond to that. Well, this year being COVID, we suddenly received just this inundation of people offering. Steve from St. Olaf set it up with 13 gardeners and 2 farmers that they would give us their extra produce, and it was a lot. When I went out thinking that we would be harvesting the gleanings of the corn, I was told by the farmer that, oh, no, one of our members from the church bought the seeds so that I could plant them for you and a few other churches. Just for us. Not the gleanings, not the leftovers, but the first fruits. With that, people who came to the stand would notice that, boy, you have a lot more vegetables and things we know you don't grow here. A lot of pumpkins and things and large squash. And we would share the story of St. Olaf and the gardeners. And then we found we had 4 more gardeners in our own community that were sharing they had too many cucumbers or too many zucchini or something like that. And they were bringing them over to our garden table. After 8 weeks, we stopped the produce bags from the quarantine and we went on to have 2 weeks off, and then we opened up Tuesday through Friday in the afternoons, noon to 5, to hand out produce. I was a little concerned about that because with COVID and quarantines and people not being able to be around, how was I going to do this without being out there 24/7? Pastor Lindsay was very concerned about that. But then very quickly we found that we had neighbors who wanted to come and take turns and socially distance, and they wanted to be part of it. And Kathy and Tammy and Shannon and Veronica, a couple from the church, mostly neighbors, started showing up to take their turn at the table. We had this little thing we called the COVID shuffle, and it was where we would bring up whatever the person asked for, and then we would step away so that they could come up and get it. We wouldn't be within 6 feet of each other. It's really funny because it was in a time when people were very upset about social distancing, and there was a lot of negative energy about that. And God provided this silly dance that we would do. And people would just crack up. And even our ladies from the Muhammad School, Claire Muhammad School, would come over and they would turn to people and they would explain, oh, you have to do the COVID shuffle. And then they would stand there and they'd do the little dance forward for their produce and dance back. It was just fun to see a neat spirit come out of something that was so hard for so many people and so scary. It's been a tough year. But God has definitely come forward and just shared blessings upon blessings. And as we say at the garden table, layers of blessings.